Hey, what's up everybody? Michael from RogueDeckBuilder.com here doing another spoiler video for Journey into Nyx. This is for another god. We have Kruphix finally, and look at this text. You have no maximum hand size, and any mana you have left over in a phase, you're able to transfer that over into colorless mana, so you can pretty much keep as much mana as you want and just bank it. That is ridiculous. I think that's pretty sweet, and I feel that there's going to be so many different interactions you can do with this type of ability. Now, I don't feel that it's going to see a ton of play in standard. I'm sure people will experiment with it, but at the same time, I feel it's not going to be that great. It seems like bonus type things, like not having a maximum hand size, really only applies to the control deck. I could definitely see this as a one or a two of in some sort of Bant control list, possibly. You never know. I mean, being able to Revelation for like 8 or something like that and still keep all the cards in your hand, that's actually pretty important. And on top of that, you can just bank your mana like a turn before you play Sphinx's Revelation and pretty much use that to go towards it and rev for even more, possibly, depending on what deck you're playing against. And it gives you the tools to actually protect Kruphix and keep him on the field. I really don't know any other deck that would actually want to play Kruphix, though. That's the thing. Not having a maximum hand size isn't that really applicable in a lot of other decks. But the being able to transfer mana over to other phases can potentially be useful in some sort of Bant mid-range deck, or a bug control list. Any sort of control list, I think, could possibly see Kruphix at least being tested as a one or a two of. Other than that, though, it's really interesting to see what kinds of things people are going to be coming up with, because this is a type of card that just the possibilities are sort of endless, almost. Well, not really endless, but there's a lot of them. I feel that there's so many different interactions you could have with this deck or this card, and since you already have like Devotion and things like that in play in decks right now, being able to just transfer all that excess mana over to different phases really opens up huge possibilities. And when you're playing blue and things like that, you have access to counters, so it really just allows you to utilize your mana a lot more efficiently, and you really don't have to worry about, whenever you play Devotion decks, it seems like sometimes you end up with a lot of excess mana and you have nothing to do with it. Well, now you actually can just bank it and use it for the next turn. So I definitely see Kruphix as being a card that, while it might not be amazing, I feel that it's going to be extremely fun. I'm really looking forward to seeing what people brew with this, and especially when you're playing, Simic colors, and you have access to cards like Prophet of Kruphix, which sort of nice flavor there. But at the same time, since you're untapping on your opponent's turn, you get access to even more mana. So yeah, I feel some sort of bug or Bant control list would definitely see Kruphix as a one or a two of, or at least just to test it out, see how it works out. Who knows? I mean, it is 5 mana, so you're expecting games to go a little bit longer. I really, of course, this wouldn't see any play in some sort of aggro deck. Mid-range, it's a little bit tough. I mean, it's a little bit rough to say. I mean, again, mid-range decks really don't care that much about not having a maximum hand size. Like, that's what I mean. It's just sort of a bonus. It doesn't, I don't think, adds a lot to decks, except a control deck. And even then, yeah, I don't think it's that impactful. I feel there's going to be a lot of just very fun decks, though, combo decks and things like that, being able to utilize a lot of that excess mana. And I'm curious to see as what kind of creatures are actually going to be able to be played now, just because you can bank so much mana and prepare to play big creatures like World Spine Worm just right out of the hand or something like that. I feel that's going to be pretty sweet. I'm really interested to see what kinds of interactions people are going to have with, not having a maximum hand size, and definitely curious to see some very interesting decks I'm sure we'll see. But other than that, it's really tough to evaluate this card, because, I mean, there's a whole bunch of different ways this could go. The sky's the limit with this card, it seems. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this card. It's definitely bonkers. bonkers as in it's just sort of very wacky. I don't think it's going to be, you know, amazing, but at the same time, I think it definitely is going to be included in some very fun decks. That's for sure. And this type of card is definitely a, you know, deck builder's dream type thing. Lots of different things you can do with this. So let me know in the comments, what would you guys do with this card? What kind of deck would you play it in? But yeah, that's all I have to say about this card. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.